would like to talk a bit about the award first. It's an annual presentation from the NSNC to writers whose work has positively affected readers' lives and produced tangible humanitarian benefits. Support for this program is provided by two sources: the Will Rogers Writers Foundation and the Will Rogers Memorial Museums. If you've not ever been to any of those museums, you really should go. They're really amazing. I went several years ago when I was in Oklahoma, and I was just blown away. Will Rogers, Will Rogers was a great humanitarian, helping many worthwhile causes and giving much of his fortune to charities. He used his public forum to raise millions of dollars for victims of flood in the South, drought in the Southwest, and earthquake in Latin America. Leading a Red Cross National Relief Tour in the Depression winter of 1931, he stirred communities and citizens to action. That was really his thing. Will Rogers believed journalism at its heart has an obligation to public life, an obligation that goes beyond just telling the facts. That belief inspired the establishment of the Will Rogers Humanitarian Award in 1999 by the NSNC. This annual award recognizes a columnist whose work has positively affected readers' lives and produced tangible benefits for the community served by the columnist's newspaper or media source. The award is a handsome replica. You can see it here. Oh, there he comes. Yeah, I did blurring the background. So it's a handsome replica of the statue found in the U.S. Capitol building, and also a stipend is awarded to the winner. A complete list of past winners can be found on our website under Will Rogers Humanitarian. Our 23rd much deserved recipient of this award for 2023 is W. Bruce Cameron, who has been active with the NSNC for many years. I was lucky enough, oh, we're clapping, yep. Okay, and I was in LA when he was a featured speaker, and my husband and I were both totally enamored by him. And my husband still to this day tells everybody that he knows W. Bruce Cameron really well, which I just always get a kick out of that. So I'm going to turn the presentation over to Jennifer Rogers Echeverry. Jennifer has been really supportive of our organization for many years. Jennifer is the great-granddaughter of Will Rogers, and she is the owner of a business called, are you ready for this? My Husband's Nuts. Yeah, let that sink in if you haven't heard this before, but she sells specialty and delicious almonds, and we got to taste those in LA. She co-founded the Will Rogers Foundation, supporting Will Rogers State Historical Park in Pacific Palisades. And Jennifer is also an active board member for the Will Rogers Memorial Museum, Will Rogers Motion Picture, and an advisory member of the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum. Again, things that you need to go to see if you were in Oklahoma. So let's give a warm welcome at this time to Jennifer. Is Jennifer on here?
I'm not seeing Jennifer on here.
Uh-oh. Well, I have a plan B. I just have to find it. Always have a plan B. Well, okay, let's see here. I know as of last night, she was supposed to be on here. She's not showing up, is she? All right. Let's try this. All right. Let's talk a bit about our award recipient. He has always impressed me, and I already told you he impresses my husband and many, many people. W. Bruce Cameron is the #1 New York Times and #1 USA Today best-selling author of the novel A Dog's Purpose. Many of you have read the book and also seen the movie. It became one of the most popular live dog movies of all time, starring Dennis Quaid and Josh Gad. Bruce wrote the novel because of his lifelong love and advocacy for dogs, and his charitable efforts on behalf of animals began even before the book was published. He and his wife, Catherine Michon, put together a charity pre-sale program for A Dog's Purpose that connected 33 independent booksellers with 33 grassroots dog charities. For every pre-order, 20% of the cover price of the book went to the charity. The book debuted in the New York Times bestseller list, where it sat for, get this, 63 weeks, and thousands of dollars were raised for the charities all over the country. After the book became a hit, the couple established a program where any legitimate 501c3 charity could request a signed book for auction. In the 13 years since the launch of the book, thousands of books have been sent out to different organizations, nonprofits, to be auctioned off, usually fetching hundreds of dollars. No charity that requests has ever been turned away. For the 3 studio films made of Cameron's dog books, charity partnerships were formed for each film benefiting Best Friends Animal Society, the Humane Society of the United States, and Dogs Trust, raising over $100,000 for these charities. That's amazing. During the pandemic, Bruce hosted a challenge with Dennis Quaid on the National Zoom fundraiser concert for Best Friends. Bruce and Dennis raised over $20,000 for that charity. It's impossible to count the hundreds of benefit book events, often in conjunction with animal adoption events, that Bruce has performed on, both for national charities like Best Friends and for grassroots animal organizations all over America. Bruce sits on the board of Life is Better Rescue in Denver, which was founded by his daughter, Georgia Lee Cameron. He also hosts their annual Love for Life fundraiser, and over the years, the charity has rehomed 9,000 animals. That's amazing. Most of them have been from high kill shelters, and that's even more amazing. The book of Bruce's dog books has always been pro rescue and anti-breed discrimination. His book, A Dog's Way Home, and the subsequent Sony Pictures film, which takes place in Denver, was instrumental in educating the people of Denver about the damage done to innocent animals by the city's ban on pit bulls. In November of 2020, Denver voters overturned the 31-year pit bull ban by a 65% majority. And the animal advocates in Denver agree that this was largely in part due to the popularity of the film's message about breed discrimination in their city. And I know our city still does that. We still have discrimination against pit bulls. Bruce has truly managed to marry animal advocacy, I can't even say it, and the artful expression of the love dogs give us in this literature. This was his vision from the very beginning, because he believes we don't rescue dogs, they rescue us. So true. Bruce, congratulations on this much deserved honor. We're very proud of you, and I'm going to turn it over to you. So, oh, wait a minute. Here, let me give you your award.
Okay.
There you go.
Did you see what we just did?
We're so smart.
We didn't practice that or anything. Thank you. This is amazing. I'm gonna hang this from my rearview mirror in my car. It'll be great there. I just want to say first, I had no idea that all my friends got together every Sunday like this. It's amazing. And I kind of am recognizing that no one told me, which is another, that maybe I'm not so amazed by that. I'm truly honored. I remember many times being at meetings and people would win be awarded the Humanitarian Award from the Will Rogers Foundation, and I'd think, well, that's one I'm never going to qualify for that one. And so I'm truly humbled and pretty amazed to receive this kind of recognition, and it really does feel a little undeserved. I always feel like I could do more. I'm glad I wrote A Dog's Purpose, and it turned me into the dog man, because if I'd written like A Snake's Purpose, then I'd be, I don't know, I would have an entirely different life, I suppose. Just looking at the picture tiles in this room, I'm so honored to know you, to know all of you, and to have had this long association with you. It hasn't been really that long. I've got a special filter on my camera to make me look older than I am. I did that for you. But what a great group of people, and I don't really have much that I can say about this, because it's a little humbling, and frankly, the introduction said it all. So thanks to everyone for this award. It's amazing.
I would like to add, if I can, that Jennifer is the one who made this possible, the award for the NSNC, and that she's done a great job. I know there was some she was concerned with getting onto the Zoom and a busy schedule. So I just wanted to say that she has done a lot for our organization. Thank you. Congratulations, Bruce.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Bruce. That was an
Congratulations.
incredibly well-deserved award. I don't know if that's Catherine in the background, but if it is, you need to tell her we can see her reflection in the pictures.
Okay,
Okay, well, from one award winner to the next, we are now going to move into the 2023 National Society of Newspaper Columnists Annual Column Contest Award winners. We welcome all of you. I hope there are a number of finalists here with us waiting to see where they placed. And we are excited to introduce them. And in order to do that, I'm going to let Adam Earnhardt and Tony Norman take over.
Adam? Okay, good. You're muted.
I know. I was trying to find the unmute button.
You did.
There we go. Yeah, I found the blur button, which is great, but all right. And trust me, there's a lot of people that are always trying to find the mute button with me anyway. So, rare opportunity to find the unmute button there. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here. Unless someone else is doing it, I don't know that we have. I'm assuming I'm going to do that, so let me do that.
You'll be doing it for me too, right?
Right. And I'll just advance the slides as we get there. So let me pull this up here.
Adam,
Yeah.
can I interrupt you briefly? Jennifer has joined us, and I'd just like to offer her an opportunity to say a few words about Bruce and the award that he was just presented.
Absolutely.
Adam, I am so sorry. I was on the other link from this morning or yesterday, your meetings. You guys, I am the worst techie person in the entire world. I am so sorry. Bruce, if you're there, just can you let me know if you're there?
I think he signed out.
Oh, bummer. But are there any of you there that I've met before? I mean, I know some of you, I can't see everybody on my screen, but I just want to say hi to all of you. And I miss you guys. We've always had so much fun at your events. And so I really, really, really hope that next year we can be in person, because I want to travel and come see you guys, because you have the best after parties ever. And, and I've gotten to know some of you so well, and I truly do miss you. And I am so apologetic. I'm dressed. I was ready. I've got Will. I passed him through, but I grabbed him back, and I'll pass him back through. But I wanted to say, is this being recorded, by the way, Carol? I hear somebody say it was?
I think so.
In case Bruce can see this later, gosh darn it, I'm so sorry I missed him. But I wanted to say it really quick. I met Bruce when my foundation hosted your event at the Will Rogers State Historic Park I don't know, I think that was in 17. I have to go back. I had it a minute ago. And the movie had just come out, and I remember you guys kind of focusing on him a little bit and talking about the movie A Dog's Purpose with Dennis Quaid. And I took all these pictures with him, and then I came home, and when it was available, we watched it. But the funny story is that I have two grandchildren, a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old. And whenever I'm babysitting them and we watch a movie, I always make them watch a movie they've never seen before instead of a repetitive movie. And so just recently, about 3 months ago, we were flipping through the Apple TV, or the movies that are available for free. And so, because they want to watch so many of them. And so A Dog's Purpose was on there. So I said, okay, and the kids looked at the dog and they go, let's watch that. And I said, oh, it's really good, but it's kind of sad. And I was thinking they might be too young. And they go, no, 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 we want to watch it. So we watched it. Of course, we were all in tears, you know, as the dog dies, but then a new one comes and then that one dies. But they understood the movie. And about 2 months ago, we had to put the family cat to sleep that we've had for like 16 years. And this cat's just like a dog, thought he was a dog. He was a cat living in a dog's body. And the day happened, and I happened to have my grandchildren over, and we were telling them, and we were all crying, the adults. And both of my grandkids said, it's okay. He's coming back. We just have to watch for him and another cat. And I just want Bruce to know that, because they were not sad. So now the bad thing is, every time there's a cat that shows up, they're thinking that that's the other cat. I'm like, that's not him. So anyway, I wanted to say that, and I wanted to leave Bruce, before I handed him the award, with a Will Rogers quote that's truly one of my favorites. And I'm just so proud of what he does for the blessing of animals and dogs and all those poor animals that are so mistreated, and people just leave them. It's just devastating. We farm, and we have dogs dropped off on us all the time, with people just thinking that somebody's going to take them in. So I wanted to say thank you, Bruce, for all that you do. But I wanted to say, Will Rogers once said, if there are no dogs in heaven, then when I die, I want to go where they went. And so I will leave you all with that. And I apologize again for not being the techiest person in the world. I'm so sorry. But I really hope to see you all in 24. Let's make this happen in person.
All right.
So thank you,
Very
guys.
good.
Thank you, guys.